it's fun. It's like it's exploration with you. I always feel like, when we get into a conversation, I feel that there's a really good synergy, and my mind just keeps going to new places. And then the way that you bounce off of it, it creates a really inquisitive and curious. I think that's
curious about cannabis.
It's curious minds coming together to talk about it, and it all ties together. It's
and man, I love Aldous Huxley talked about how working through mental exercises is like going on journeys, geographical explorations and stuff. And one thing he talked about is, if you get into an interesting state of consciousness and learn new things about yourself, new insights or whatever, it's like you've gone to Australia and you've seen the kangaroos, and then you come back to your home, wherever that is in the UK or United States or whatever, and you maintain that experience and that memory. And it's like, now oh, those kangaroos, like I haven't just seen them in a book, like I've experienced them, they're there. And you can digest what that means and how it fits into your worldview. And that's a very simple explanation, but one that he gave that I liked a lot, that it's how I think about education. And before I got into the hard sciences academically, my first degree was in philosophy. Mm-hmm. And so that probably shows in the way that, I really like to explore ideas. And, it is like we're going hiking
traveling. Yeah.
We're going hiking in these trails of our minds and looking at new things and trying to share our discoveries and see what we learn from them and where we want to go next. And
look over here, I got this rock. Look, do you see what I have under here?
Right. Yeah. Turn the rock underneath. Oh, there's stuff
did you look
at
this side over here?
Yeah. Well, and my hope with this podcast is that these kinds of conversations that we're having, I think they're very valuable, and they're very valuable for people to sit in on and hear. And my hope is that it inspires other conversations to happen outside of the podcast, for people to, take these ideas in all sorts of directions. And I hope that we can influence that evolution of ideas, around cannabis. But like I said, again, the springboard concept that, this is really just my Trojan horse into getting people to think about all sorts of other much bigger concepts. And we've hit so many of them today, but that's my goal. It's like cannabis is interesting, but the whole world gets a lot more interesting when you start thinking about how this connects to everything else. So anyway,